Before the video begins, I just wanted to say that if you're new to the channel and have been enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell, as it is the best way to support my channel, and make sure you don't miss any upcoming slime videos. With that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another Slime Isekai Memories video. So today we have the Developer's Diary, Volume 12 for October. Definitely an interesting sort of, I guess, video. We also had the live stream. It was interesting. Let's get right into it. So in the Developer's Diary, they just talk about the story event and all this stuff, right? So the story event first, free-to-play characters, Aaron, confirmed this is Earth 2.0. I know, at least for me, and I think some other people, the sort of overall theme that we got from the content information posted in the notice in the game kind of looked like a Dark 2.0 meta with like mysticism and like magic and stuff like that, and just the coloration of things. But looks like it's Earth 2.0. So definitely an interesting theme for this month. I guess maybe it does match the Halloween theme, maybe. Kind of a stretch, but you know. But I think Aaron's skills, they go over right about here. So she'll be in her outfit from the anime. So she has a soul changing skill. If we look here, where is it? Where show the skills. Here we go. Here, right here. She has a orange to green orb conversion. So that'll be interesting. I think it originally cost like 25, just like every other orb changing skill. And her second skill is a, quote, never before seen skill that raises the max HP of all allies. It's similar, I think the way this skill works is it's similar to Maid Rimuru. They show it in the video. Let me see if I can get like a quick clip of it when they actually use it for the first time. I think, is it, no, a little bit back. But basically it's the same thing as Maid Rimuru, where you pop the skill and your health looks like it decreases, but in fact you actually get more HP. It's just you don't actually heal, right? So here, they use the skill. It's 15 skill points, so it's okay. I don't know how useful it'll be considering she herself does not heal you. So if you don't have someone who heals the team, then extra health is kind of worthless. But let's see. Okay, yeah, all right. So they pop the skill, your HP goes up, and it just looks like you lost HP, right? But you actually gained overall max HP. So she seems off the bat kind of okay. I don't see her being better than Misery or Water Rimuru or Wind Geld. I don't think she's on that sort of level, just because the healing skill or the max HP skill is already kind of niche. Orb changing is just okay. I mean, she'll definitely have her uses, but I don't think as useful as the other free-to-play characters. But you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. We have to try her in-game before we can give a definitive sort of conclusion, right? So I think after this they introduce, yeah, make sure you log in. They introduce Benimaru and Myulan. Benimaru is the Earth Protection Unit for Earth 2.0. Mulan is the Earth Battle Unit, as we saw in the video where you see Mulan on the field. So they do talk about their skills a little bit. So Mulan, interestingly, has a skill that allows you to switch the values of your attack and defense ability. If you see right here, it's this skill, the 55 skill cost at max. Basically, what I'm assuming it does is it just takes the value of your attack, value of your defense, and literally just swaps it. I don't know if they'll add more to this. Maybe she'll give you like a defense buff or something. Probably not, but that I don't know how to feel about that. because I mean usually the attack skill or attack stat is higher than your defense stat. So if you swap it, you know, I guess you can tank better. That's great. But as we've seen in the past, defense-oriented characters don't really help too much, except in specific niche events like the defense battles, which are specifically designed for surviving like 5 turns, or maybe like extremely tough stages like EX Space Conquest, right? Where you need to last, I think it's like 5 or 6 turns through Millam's Pierce, right? Because you can't stun her to get rid of that buff. So I guess she'll be useful in there. Overall though, I don't know how useful she'll be. They do talk about her second skill, the 25 skill cost, I think, which allows you to heal with each turn. So it literally just gives you a buff. I think if we see here, I'm gonna use it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, right here, this little symbol basically just allows you to heal. I'm assuming every turn that passes, you'll just heal at the beginning. So you could work well with Aaron, you know, buff your max HP and then you heal. Overall though, I don't know how useful this will actually be. Maybe this Space Conquest, or not Space Conquest, maybe this new Tempered Stage event is just like this Space Conquest where you just need to survive. I have no clue. We'll have to find out for sure. But off the bat, on paper, she does not look that great. Just as an overall character, she does not look like spectacular. But yeah, you know, this is just looking at her kit on paper. You have to actually try her out first. So Benimaru's skill, he's kind of interesting. He has a skill that raises counterattack rate, plus a protection skill that makes it easier to collect skill points with solo skills. So basically what he does is, as I say, he buffs your counterattack rate. He increases the gauge increase for green orbs by 250%. And funny enough, he brings back the light Soka like skill where he can decrease the skill cost of your skills. Basically what that means, if those of you who don't have light Soka don't know, is let's say you use a skill for the first time, right? And then the next time you want to use it again, it costs 20 extra skill points. So with Benimaru, if you use his protection skill at any time before you pop the skill for the second time, it will cost the same. So you use Rimuru's attack skill. Next turn you want to use it again and you have 55. If you use Benimaru's skill, that attack buff will be 55 skill points again, not 75. So I'd say that's the most important part of his kit. I don't actually know how good he's going to be because counterattack rate is just okay. Not really something too spectacular. And the skill buff for skill gauge increase can be good, but he doesn't orb change, right? Mulan doesn't orb change either, so you need to have people who orb change to green orbs or just get lucky, which, I mean, relying on RNG isn't really the greatest strategy in the world. So yeah, I don't know how good either of these characters are going to be. They almost seem like filler characters before the anniversary, so I don't know if you should summon. Obviously, if you just want every character, you can summon, but if you're like free to play or whatever, I'd probably say save for this month. I think definitely Hakuro is way better than this Benimaru, just first glance. And I mean, Mulan's not really a DPS character, so if you have like Earth Luminous or something, then you'll be fine. But yeah, that's it for these two characters. Now we'll be going into their secret skills and, you know, just seeing. They look pretty good. But yeah, let's take a look.
見せてあげる。私の魔法。クリスタルショット。いってー。我が呼びかけに応えたまえ。やってしまいなさい。ロックスマッシュ。少し調整が必要かしら。
掌握するは兵だけにあらず。レッシー・オブ・テラー。どうする？まだやるか？
Alright, well, those are the secret skills for the new characters. They look pretty good. I think Benimaru's, in my opinion, looks the best. But if we see here, Aaron's sort of skill is an AoE. Not too surprising considering most of the characters that we get for free-to-play units are AoE. And Mulan's, it looks like, if we can pause it on the right frame, it looks like it's AoE, but it could also, I think it's it's actually single target. So she has a single target Earth ult. That's good at least. And yeah, those are pretty much the new characters for this month. Overall, they don't seem that great, in my opinion. So far, at least. I really don't think they're worth summoning for, unless you need like a specific unit or something like that. But I would just say save your crystals overall. Not really worth it. We'll have to see, but that's my current opinion. So after this, they talk about the design. You know, Benimaru looks good, Myulan looks good, and then that's pretty much it. So the next thing that they have is somewhat of a controversial sort of change. From what I've been seeing, it's been getting kind of mixed reviews. So they did, as you saw in like the notice and stuff like that, or if you watch like Joker's video, they did talk about how there is a new change coming to like facilities and companions. So facilities, now they have a menu where you can just click move and you will go to the building like right outside of it. So if you want to go to the hot springs, you just click the button, move towards there, and you appear right in front of it, and you can just tap the exclamation mark to gain your stamina. Pretty good change. Like, you don't have to manually walk all the way to the hot spring in order to get your stamina. You can just click a button and there you go. The next part though, let's see if they actually talk about it, is the bond increase. So they actually fundamentally changed it. Let's see if I can just get it in this stream. I think it was like at this part. Where are you? So basically what they did is they made it like this sort of menu, right? Every hour there will be 7 characters that you can choose to give your bond points to. So you only see 7, right? I guess depending on how many of the other parts of Tempest you have unlocked. So you'll get 7, and you have to choose which characters to talk to. So let's say, oh, Mulan, she's getting a new character. I don't really have her bond level too high, and I'm gonna pull her, so I'm gonna increase her bond level. You talk to her, and that's it. You only have 7 tries, or not, I guess 7 tries, but 7 characters that you can talk to. It is no longer where you can just talk to everyone, have it reset, and then you just run around and talk to everyone again throughout the whole day. Now you only get 7 times to talk to someone. You gain more skill point, or not skill point. Oh my god. It is like 6 in the morning, and I'm like very tired. But you basically talk to them and you get an increased amount of bond points. So I think here it was Shuna, right? Before, when you would talk to them, you would only gain like 100 to 200, depending on how high your Great Sage was. But now you get 600, right? So it's like a 3 times amount of bond points that you actually get when you talk to them, but the amount of times that you can talk to people in general is lower. So I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, it's a good change that, you know, you don't have to manually run around and talk to them again. You can just click a button and you just talk to them. But the way they handle the bond is like the bond levels and stuff like that is interesting. So already I think the fact that they gate it behind 7 is not that great. I understand the decision, right? Like, it'll just be easier and you gain more points, so you don't need to run around as much, and you can choose who exactly you want to level up through the bond points, right? The problem is that to unlock like the I guess sort of upper limit of these friendship points, you need to have, I don't know if they actually show it, but I'll just go right here. You need to have a certain amount of population. I think the max it goes is 45, and to have that you need 220,000 population, which no one in the game has at the moment. I think currently it's like probably I'd say around 150 something, maybe. I don't know how much whales spend on buildings. I don't know if people actually spend money to rush build their buildings, but I think naturally it should be at around like 100,000 something citizens, but you need double that just to unlock the max level bond. And it costs a lot. If you see right here, he literally goes through and holds it down. And this is the biggest sort of food item, right? And you need like 260, 270, I guess, just to level up from 30 to 31. So overall, it's like food becomes more valuable, but there are less ways to get, like not as many ways to get it. You just, the amount of bond points spread out overall is going to be less, because you can only talk to certain people. You get to choose and you get more points with these specific people, but you have to wait for these people to appear. If they don't show up, then you have to wait for the next hour to reset, which, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. You can just wait the next hour, but I mean, I don't know. This change overall feels kind of weird. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I'm sure it runs a lot deeper than how I explained it. But currently at the moment, I just think, I don't know. Well, I know I've been saying a lot, we'll have to see, but I think genuinely we will have to wait in game and test it out. I think you kind of can test it out right now, but I'm not exactly sure how this change will reflect, or if they'll revert it later on. Probably not, but we'll have to see. So, after all this, you can try increasing your population to raise your level further, but you need a lot of population to do so. So they have new landscapes. That's cool. Stone pavement or brick pavement. Doesn't really change much. And now they have questions. Now, for some reason, the ones they showed in this are different than the ones in the live stream. They do talk a little bit. I think the most significant one out of all of these is this one right here. Can you please add the retry button in the fight option? And they currently have no plans to add the feature, but I guess they've been getting a lot of requests, so they will consider implementing them. So this retry button is asking like, let's say you do Heroes Jubilee, right? And your run starts off terrible. Instead of having to click exit and then you have to click through the menu again to get back into it, they're just asking, hey, can we just get a retry so I can just tap it and then restart the fight, right? Before I lose. So, well, they don't currently have any plans to add it, but that's great. All these other questions I don't think are too important. I think this one was like, can we like change the name of characters or something like that? And this one was talking about just like the dialogue between waves, like, oh, how does it work? And it just works on like a random rule, is what they said. This one was talking about how to get Apito's honey, and they just say like, oh, you can look through hints on the SNS and stuff like that. I think, is that it for... No, there's this one. I don't exactly remember what this says, but I don't think it was too important. The more important ones I think are here on the developer's diary. They have the first question: will you be adding parallel processing functionality to EX ability release quests? So this is something that definitely a lot of people in the community have been asking for. They had no plans to add it, but they will consider it due to its popular demand. So potentially in the future we could have parallel processing. I don't think they talk about drop rates, unfortunately, so those will still remain awful. Next question, lag and loop. They are going to fix the lag in that mode. Next one, do you plan to power up characters? They say we're considering it, about boosting the capabilities of previously released characters. How they handle this, we'll have to see. I don't know if it'll just be increased stats or like maybe they'll tweak the skills a little bit. We'll have to find out. And then I think one of the last questions, will you be adding guild functionality in the future? And I think they just we plan to add new battle content in late October. So just wait till October and I guess we'll find out. I don't know how exactly guilds would work. I mean, this is sort of a PvE game, and I guess if you're in a guild, you can just maybe request like help and maybe some resources, I think. But overall, the guild will probably just be for, I guess, more cosmetic purposes. I don't know how useful it'll be, but we'll have to see if they actually implement something like that. I think that's it. Oh no, they have one more question. Do you plan to add enemy characters? And we're considering adding some enemies as playable characters. If possible, we'd like to make them available for interaction too, so keep an eye out for more on that. So yeah, pretty interesting. Hopefully we do get more enemy characters, more villain characters from the series. And that pretty much wraps it up. They don't talk about anything else, but in the live stream, they do talk about the new Octogram character, Water Dino. Now, no one's really surprised. Water was the last element needed for the Octogram characters. He is the 7th one coming out. They don't give a due date of when he's supposed to release, and considering the fact that last month we literally just got the Gruel, I don't think he's gonna release. Oh, right there. I guess up there it says that he's gonna come in November. So I guess people were hoping that they would release all of them, and then like Protection Octogram Rimuru would be for anniversary, but the timing of their releases just doesn't line up like that. So I guess Dino's just gonna release during the anniversary. So hopefully he's good. Maybe he could be like another Luminous or something. We'll have to see. I definitely like his design, like his outfit. He looks pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They just talk about merchandise and all that stuff. And yeah, that's it for the live stream / developer diary. Kind of a mouth ramble of information, but TLDR, Earth Meta 2.0 does not seem that great. New Octogram character, controversial, or I guess interesting new buffs institute the bond system and all that. And they answered a bunch of questions that basically just said, we don't have any plans, but maybe we will add it. That's all I got out of the question. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.